講到露營，好多人都想試下，但係點樣去準備露營嘅用品就一無所知，甚至有啲人會望而卻步，以致有啲人無法真正享受露營嘅樂趣。今集摩登新時尚就要教大家點樣去 camping。
喂！哇，文軒，你點解會喺度啊？嚇死人咩你？
你個點解喺度嚇死人咩？
因為我想買啲露營嘅用品啦，因為就嚟夏天啊嘛。
啱，有見地，我都係想買啲露營用品，但係你識唔識嘅先？
唔識你識啊？
我都唔識，但係我識個朋友咧，佢識噃。
係嘛？
係咯，一齊揾佢傾下偈嚟。
好啊，
去啦。另外今日咧，我哋就請阿 Paul 啦。Paul 咧就係呢一個露營嘅專家嚟。Welcome Paul。
Hello Paul。
嘉文，你頭先又話想露營啊？真係假㗎？
真㗎，我想關於咧露營有咩好嘅知識係最好嘅。
嗱 Paul，Calvin was asking that she go on camping.
Great.
And what thing does she have to prepare? Like one thing that just comes to my mind is of course like tents and sleeping bags and mattress. So how do we choose that?
Well, based on where you're going, when you're going, and how many people are going with you, Carbon.
幾人去啊？
大約2至5個到啦。
2 to 5.
2 to 5. Oh my
Yeah.
goodness. Well, that's fun. Tents come in different weights and sizes. You can get great big, the traditional wall tents as we think of them, and you can get right down to a one-person bivvy that one person can stay in quite comfortably.
Oh, that's cool.
So if you have 5 people with you, you're going to need more space. You can get a dome tent, which is quite roomy in the center, but not so much room around the walls. So if you have small children, they don't mind the small spaces, whereas adults prefer more vertical walls on it. They need the space.
Right.
Something to consider also is the time of the year that you're going. So if you're going in the summer, you're going to require a lighter tent than if you were going, say, in the winter camping, because snow is heavier on the top. And if the weather comes in, or if you have a windy day, you want to make sure the tent's not going to come down while you're sleeping. So we don't want that happening.
That's true. So how about like mattress?
Mattress, once again, different varieties of mattresses. You can actually just use a piece of foam rubber if you have one at
that will
home
work.
from a futon. That's inexpensive. All the way up to the Cadillacs, if you want to call them that, the thermorests that are air inflated, and they have little cells, but they're very lightweight. They pack down like this. Once you lay them out and inflate them, they blow up, and you can just sit there and
That
relax
feel like
and sleep
home
the
then.
night. Just like being at home. Yeah, they're great.
So we have the tent, we have the mattress. Now I know that some people that they want to be more comfy, so it will be a sleeping bag, more personal.
Absolutely. Well, sleeping bags, again, come in different varieties, shapes, and sizes. They have sleeping bags with left-hand zippers and right-hand zippers. They have them for tall people like me or shorter folks like yourself. They also have them in synthetic or down. Down, obviously, is a lot warmer for the weight, but if you're in a wet climate like the BC area, synthetic is better because it dries quicker. You don't want to store a wet down bag because it gets all clumpy and it takes a long time to draw out. And if you're going over many days, light is better. So you want something, because they're all temperature rated, you can get them right up to minus 40 degrees Celsius if you were climbing Mount Everest, up to something plus 32 if you were sleeping out in the middle of the Sahara.
That's true. So that means that we have to know where you're going. 咁起碼我哋一定要知道去邊度啦。咁所以你要清楚你去邊度。
係啊，好啊。文軒啊，我見到台面好多嘢喎，可唔可以叫阿 Paul 介紹下呢啲係有咩用途㗎？
咁啊，等我試下先。I know that she has been very interested in all the things that you put on the table. What are they? Are they like something that we have to carry?
Well, these are the 10 essentials, Ricky. These are something that go in my pack everywhere I go, whether it's just locally here or if I'm going overnight. And if you were stuck out in the woods, wilderness is defined as anything that's 20 or more minutes not accessible by ambulance, police, or fire. So if I were on the North Shore here right now and I could not get out at night, what would I like to have with me just in case?
I see.
So I start with number 1 is water.
Oh.
That's
We
important.
think, well, we've got lots of water around, and maybe I need some food, but water's the number 1 thing, so you
Right.
should have water. I've got a whistle here, and if I get nervous or scared, I might lose my voice, and whistle has a different octave, so it can carry further. That's a good thing. I've got, I do have some food here. I've got that wonderful tool that Carbon's playing with.
Yep.
So aside, you could pull your teeth out, or you can use this as a knife. It's got a saw if you're cutting wood for a fire.
Oh.
I've got a flashlight here. You always want to have a light in case you get stranded out overnight.
Right.
Fire is essential. So I've got a candle here, and I wrap everything up in a Ziploc bag
Right.
to keep it waterproof. So I have two little tea lights, and I have waterproof candles here, so I can start a fire maybe to boil water, because I'm going to boil water, and I can make a dinner in here.
Oh.
So I've
right.
actually got dehydrated food in case I have to eat something.
哦，明顯住呢個膠袋咧，可唔可以問阿 Paul 我哋有咩用？係咪裝呢啲嘢㗎咋？
Is it a garbage get bag for everything?
This is just a garbage bag, yeah. A lot of people think that, but actually what this is, I can put my head through there, put it over my head, my arms out, it becomes a poncho to keep me dry, or I can also use it as a tent.
Yeah.
So I can get inside of here,
Right.
and I can take my candles in,
Yeah.
and it will provide some warmth in there. And because of the color, most rescues today are done from the air, so they will see the color because it's orange. So it's very bright.
More visible.
Yeah.
Of course.
Gloves.
Gloves.
Keep my hands warm. I always carry extra clothing. And this is very critical too. Most of your heat loss is from your head, especially if you're getting old and bald like me. But 30% of your heat loss is from your head, so I just pop on a toque if I get too cool. And if I suddenly get warm, I can take that off. And this is all synthetic. And what it does, it moves the moisture away from my scalp to the outside. So I don't wear cottons in the wood. I always try and wear a synthetic garment because it moves the moisture from my body away to the outside and it evaporates quickly. And that way I stay dry because you don't want to get hypothermic.
原來咁，明顯就仲有呢件咧，你撳住呢件衫有咩好啊？
係喎，呢有件衫喎，呢件衫。How about this jacket?
This is, yeah, this is
Special about
just, this is a very lightweight, it's called Entrant material. It's a waterproof, breathable material, and it's got some pit zips here. So if I get too hot, I can open it up
Right.
and let the air in. And I can also take the hood off. But the thing about this is, if you're hiking or camping and you're really moving hard, this breathes.
I see.
If I were wearing a traditional plastic raincoat, I get hot from the inside out, and it condenses and I get wet. This one breathes, so I don't feel so clammy. It just makes hiking and camping that much more comfortable.
Now, we know that sometimes we have read on the news, a lot of people just get lost somewhere. Why is that so?
Well, people go beyond their limits sometimes. It's very wise, if you're going out, to let friends know that you're going and approximately what time you'll be. I always leave a note on the dash in my car that it's 10:30 and I've gone with two people. At parks, you'll actually see a park registry there where you sign in and sign out. That way, for instance, here, North Shore Rescue doesn't have to go looking for you because it's dangerous for them as well at night to go out and look for you. And it's being prepared with the area and really starting at a basic level and maybe doing an hour or 2-hour hike and then knowing your limits and stretching that into bigger things, particularly with camping too. You can car camp and have a lot of fun and operate out of your car, but when you start going back into the wilderness, you need a little more skills.
I see you have a cue cards here. So can we get it anywhere, like almost across country? Eh?
Absolutely. You can go on to the MEC website and there's resources on there and get the information. There's also libraries that have basic camping and hiking information with the 10 essentials, because whether it's on the East Coast or the West Coast, it stays pretty much the same everywhere. You just want to be prepared for the just in case.
Good. Well, thanks, Paul. Thanks very much. I think
Thank you, Paul.
me and Corbin can
Yeah.
go shopping now.
Good.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
It's a pleasure, Carbon. Thank you.
Thank you.